Welcome to our financial news roundup on dividends and other important announcements. Let's dive in. NTPC Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 3.25 per share. Hindalco Industries Limited has announced a dividend of Rs 3.50 per share. LTI Mindtree Limited is set to distribute a final dividend of Rs 45 per share, with the record date to be announced soon. Bosch Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 170 per share, payable on or after the 13th of August, with a book closure from the 20th of July to the 7th of August. Torrent Pharmaceuticals Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 6 per share, payable around the 31st of July, with a record date of the 21st of June, 2024. United Spirits Limited will pay a final dividend of Rs 5 per share on or after the 6th of August, with the record date set for the 12th of July, 2024. Muthoot Finance Limited has approved an interim dividend of Rs 24 per share, with a record date of the 1st of June, 2024. Housing and Urban Development Corporation Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2.65 per share. Cochin Shipyard Limited will pay a final dividend of Rs 2.25 per share. Glenmark Pharmaceuticals Limited has announced a dividend of Rs 2.50 per share. ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 17 per share, payable on or before the 20th of August, with a record date of the 15th of July. Narayana Hrudayalaya Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 4 per share, with a record date of the 2nd of August, 2024. Aegis Logistics Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 2 per share, with the record date to be announced later. Manappuram Finance Limited has declared an interim dividend of Rs 1 per share, with a record date of the 5th of June, 2024. Century Plyboards I Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 1 per share. PNC Infratech Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 0.60 per share. Gadori Power and Ispat Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 5 per share, with the record date to be announced later. Newgen Software Technologies Limited will pay the final dividend on the 25th of July, with a record date of the 18th of July, 2024. DOMS Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2.50 per share. India Grid Trust has approved a distribution of Rs 3.55 per share, payable on or before the 8th of June, with a record date of the 30th of May, 2024. Happy Forgings Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 4 per share. Indiabulls Housing Finance Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 2 per share. Karnataka Bank Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 5.50 per share, with the record date to be announced later. Astra Microwave Products Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 2 per share, with the record date to be announced. JM Financial Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 2 per share. Suntech Realty Limited will consider a final dividend on the 30th of May. Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited may consider recommending a dividend on the 30th of May. Barma Lorry and Co Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 8.50 per share. Jamna Auto Industries Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 1.30 per share. Aditya Vision Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 9 per share. Jtech India Limited will consider and recommend a dividend on the 30th of May. Colt Patil Developers Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 4 per share, with the record date to be announced. JNK India Limited will consider a final dividend on the 30th of May. Shaily Engineering Plastics Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 1 per share. Confidence Petroleum India Limited will consider a final dividend on the 30th of May. Lumax Industries Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 35 per share. Say Silks Kalamanda Limited will recommend a final dividend on the 24th of May. DIVGI Torque Transfer Systems Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2.60 per share. Bajirata Chemicals and Industries Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 0.10 per share, with book closure from the 3rd of August to the 9th of August. Tarson's Products Limited will consider a final dividend on the 30th of May. Globus Spirits Limited will consider a dividend recommendation on the 29th of May. IKEO Lighting Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 1 per share, with the record date to be announced later. Associated Hotels Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 6 per share, payable on or before the 31st of August, with a record date of the 29th of July, 2024. TTK Healthcare Limited has approved a dividend of Rs 10 per share. Pix Transmissions Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 7 per share. Swelect Energy Systems Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 3 per share and a special dividend of Rs 1 per share, payable on the 9th of August, with a record date of the 22nd of July, 2024. Tamil Nadu Newsprint and Papers Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 1 per share, payable on or after the 27th of September. 63 Moons Technologies Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 2 per share. GNA Axles Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 2 per share. Rico Auto Industries Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 0.60 per share. Stovecraft Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 2.50 per share, with a record date of the 13th of September, 2024. Anzan India Energy Yield Plus Trust has declared a distribution of Rs 2.45 per share, payable on or before the 7th of June, with a record date of the 1st of June. Everest Canto Cylinder Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 0.70 per share, payable on or after the 4th of September. Advait Infratech Limited will consider a dividend recommendation on the 30th of May. Best Agrolife Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 3 per share. RK Swami Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 2 per share, with the record date to be announced later. Excel Industries Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 5.50 per share. Suayog Telematics Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 1.25 per share, with the record dates to be announced. Ripower Electronics Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2 per share. Crest Ventures Limited has set the record date for dividend payment as the 23rd of August, 2024. Credo Brands Marketing Limited will consider a dividend recommendation on the 30th of May. Prakash Pipes Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 1.80 per share. S. Chand & Company Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 3 per share. Munjal Auto Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2 per share, payable on the 25th of October, with book closure from the 20th of September to the 26th of September. Holden Glass Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 0.70 per share. Super Shakti Metallics Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 0.50 per share. Apex Frozen Foods Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2 per share. AK Capital Services Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 8 per share, with a record date of the 23rd of August, 2024. Parsvanith Developers Limited will recommend a dividend on the 30th of May. B&B Tripluel Containers Limited will consider a final dividend on the 30th of May. United Drilling Tools Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 0.60 per share. International Combustion India Limited will consider a dividend recommendation on the 30th of May. Rafala International Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 1.20 per share. Star Paper Mills Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 4 per share. Patals Air Temp India Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 3 per share. VTM Limited has declared a dividend of Rs 0.75 per share, payable on or before the 10th of August. Cords Cable Industries Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 1 per share, with the record dates to be announced. Dev Information Technology Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 0.25 per share. Compucom Software Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 0.40 per share. ABM Knowledgeware Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 1.25 per share. Vipul Organics Limited will consider a final dividend on the 30th of May. Kurakan Co Limited will consider a dividend recommendation on the 2nd of August, with book closure from the 27th of July to the 2nd of August. Shriji Translogistics Limited may consider a final dividend on the 29th of May. Mitra Global Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2 per share. Reliance Chemotex Industries Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 1 per share, payable on or after the 12th of September. Shavani Industrial Syndicate Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 2 per share. APM Industries Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 0.50 per share. Cravatex Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 3 per share. Mysore Petrochemicals Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 2.50 per share. B&A Packaging India Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2 per share, with a record date of the 10th of August, 2024. Alfred Herbert, India Limited has proposed a dividend of Rs 4 per share. Zodiac Ventures Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 0.25 per share. Rolcon Engineering Co Limited has recommended a dividend of Rs 2 per share. Anupam Finserv Limited will consider raising funds by rights issue on the 30th of May. NIIT Limited has proposed a final dividend of Rs 0.75 per share. Velgen Denison Limited has revised the record date for issuing bonus shares in a 1:1 ratio to the 29th of May, 2024. Magellanic Cloud Limited will consider the recommendation of a final dividend and a stock split on the 30th of May. Cheviot Co Limited has recommended a final dividend of Rs 5 per share and a buyback proposal of 175,000 equity shares at Rs 1,800 each through the tender offer route, with a record date of the 14th of June, 2024. Nakoda Group of Industries Limited has announced a rights issue at Rs 25 for Rs 1,270 to lakhs in a 4:10 ratio, with the issue period from the 13th of June to the 28th of June. The last date for market renunciations is the 24th of June, with a record date of the 30th of May, 2024. Stay tuned for more financial updates and announcements. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up if you like, subscribe, press the bell icon and never miss an update, share and comment your thoughts on the comment section, and stay tuned with Corporate Actions India.